Hello and welcome to WePC. My name is Jay and in today's video I'm going to be giving you a review on the Acer Predator 500 gaming laptop. I've been using this device now for a few weeks to do all of my video editing and gaming on. I've taken it home with me and I've used it frequently. So I'm going to give you a first impressions on my overall experience of using this, give you a review, show you some benchmarks, and then my closing thoughts on whether it's worth your hard-earned money or not. So as this is a gaming laptop and the majority of this review is going to be backed by gaming, I guess the only thing to do is to throw it into some games and then I'll talk to you about this laptop whilst we do so. So we'll switch to that now. So I've jumped into Counter-Strike. This is a really great game to test monitors and gaming laptops and PCs on, just because it's such a less demanding title and it allows you to push your screen to the max that it can. So this is a 144Hz refresh rate on this device, so it's great to see just how that comes into play in a fast-paced shooter such as this. I've been playing Counter-Strike for quite a while now. I am trying to improve and get my aim just a little bit better because I am a Call of Duty boy, and switching to a more accurate shooter like this is providing to be a struggle. But throughout my entire time of playing Counter-Strike on this device, I've had an incredible experience. The 144Hz refresh rate alongside this screen dimension has given me this really locked in secure feel. I'm a big fan of smaller monitors when I play on a gaming PC. I don't like anything higher than 27 inch. 27 inch is really the max of what I will go for, just because I really like being able to see everything in my peripheral vision. I don't like having to physically move my head to be able to see moving objects, so a screen size of this is perfect for me. And throughout my entire time of playing this, I've had a serious advantage over the competition with that 144Hz refresh rate. I mean, 144Hz is pretty standard nowadays, but there are still people playing on a 60Hz refresh rate monitor, and if you've never seen the jump between 60 to 144, it's pretty substantial. So whilst I'm playing Counter-Strike, I'm just going to rattle off the specs that are in this device if you don't already know. So it does come with a 1080p screen resolution, as I have said, with 16GB of DDR4 RAM. It does have that RTX 2060 Max-Q and a 6-core i7-8750H. And as I did say, it does have a 144Hz refresh rate for that smooth gameplay, and it does come with G-Syncs, so you can get that buttery smooth gameplay, which is what we all want when we're playing games. Ain't nobody got any time for screen stuttering or any sort of screen lag. This is a gaming laptop. You are mostly going to be playing games on this, obviously apart from all the other stuff that you do every day. So there's a few things that come with that. Yes, this is a very powerful device. It's going to play games absolutely incredibly. You're going to see that in our benchmarks later on. However, you are going to need it to be plugged in. Most of the juice that comes out of this laptop comes when it is plugged in. It's not abnormal to see a performance drop of up to 40% on laptops when they're not plugged in. So bear that in mind that yes, this is a portable device. It's kind of a hit and miss statement because you are going to need it to be plugged in to get serious performance. So if you are taking it on a train and you can't find a plug socket and you want to play games, I mean, firstly, you're only going to have about 5 hours of battery life anyway, but also you are going to get that serious performance as you would expect out of that 2060 Max-Q. Just want to talk about some of my favorite things about this laptop whilst I am continuing to suck at Counter-Strike. The first thing is the really thin bezels on this thing. They are incredibly thin. They even rival the Razer Blade 15 Advanced Edition, which I previously reviewed on the channel. The bezels are extremely thin. I really like them. It also does have a free zone Rgb keyboard, so you can apply various RGB effects to this keyboard. Pick all your favorite colors, got your standard breathing, rainbow, all the usual RGB effects that you get on keyboards. One downfall of this device for me is the trackpad. The trackpad is incredibly small on this device. I mainly use a mouse anyway. I try to use a mouse as much as possible with this device. I would never really edit using the trackpad. I would never play games using the trackpad, but for everyday browsing, yeah, the trackpad is very small. So if you are one that likes a larger trackpad, maybe you have larger fingers, bear in mind, yes, this one is very small. Another benefit of this laptop for me is, as I've said, I am an editor. I do a lot of graphic design, I do a lot of video editing, where accuracy of colors and brightness is absolutely paramount. This thing will push up to 300 nits of brightness, which is absolutely incredible. And it does have 99% RGB and 76% Adobe RGB coverage, so when you are editing, you are going to get those true-to-life colors, and it's going to make editing absolutely incredible. So I've shown you a bit of Counter-Strike now. I'm going to show you what a more immersive title, Shadow of the Tomb to be specific, looks like on this device, because as I've said, the color coverage and brightness on this device is absolutely incredible. So I want to show you what a game like that looks like on this device. So I'm going to switch over to that now and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, so we have switched to Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I don't know if you can hear it, but the fans are spinning rather loudly to accommodate for the increased demand on the GPU. It is rather loud, I'm not going to lie. If you are on a train, there are going to be people out there thinking if there's some sort of leaf blower going on in carriage 4. Of course, that's to be expected on a gaming laptop. That's pretty standard. The thing is, the camera's never going to pick this up as well as I can see it with my own eyes, but this game looks absolutely beautiful on this screen. I've been playing quite a few single-player titles on this. I've played Resident Evil, Cyberpunk, Shadow of the Tomb, and all of them look absolutely incredible for their own reasons. Not only does it look absolutely incredible, but it also runs incredibly smoothly. That 2060 Max-Q really does boast of some incredible performance. And I'm being perfectly honest, after many hours of gameplay, I seriously would pick one of these up myself if I was in the position to do so. So, you see me play some games, you heard me talk about some games. Let's now show you the actual numbers that we've pulled from some popular games now that Jack did when he benchmarked this device a few weeks ago. Remember, there is a full benchmark on the WePC Benchmarks channel, so head to the description down below and you will be able to go to that channel to see that. So we started off with Counter-Strike, of course, and that gave us a 192 FPS average at 1080p. Switching over to 1440p, seeing us get an average FPS of 170, and at 4K, it granted us a 112 FPS average. That is more than enough for the popular esports title, in my personal opinion. Switching over to Control now, and that saw us get an FPS of 53 at 1080p. Going up to 1440p, saw us see a FPS average of 32, and then switching to 4K saw us get a unplayable FPS of 16. Much lower numbers compared to CSGO, but this game is a lot more graphically demanding, so do keep that in mind. Switching over to another competitive title now, Rainbow Six Siege, we saw 1080p give us an average of 149 FPS. When we switched up to 1440p, we got 86 FPS, and then a very respectable 42 FPS at 4K. Again, this is another esports title getting what I would once again consider to be a comfortable number of FPS to compete casually, especially at lower resolutions. Don't go jumping into competitive, playing at 4K at 42 frames per second. You're going to be embarrassed. And last on the list is another single player title, Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 at max graphical settings at 1080p gave us a 78 FPS average. 1440p, it gave us a 61 FPS average, and at 4K, we got a pretty respectable 34 FPS. So that's it for the games, let's move on to the synthetics. The i7-8750H in Cinebench R23 gave us a single core score of 1062, and the Predator Triton 500 managed a multi-core score of 5715, and the last synthetic test is 3D Mark Xtreme 4K. This pumped out a CPU score of 2418 and a graphics score of 2735. So guys, there you have it. That is our gameplay and first impressions and benchmark review of the Predator 500. This is an incredible laptop. Yes, it has got a rather large price tag, but it's backed up by incredible performance, not in just gaming, but also in multimedia use for video editing, photo editing, stuff like that. So if you are a media professional, this is kind of a best of both worlds. And if you're not, then you might just be happy with just the gaming performance. 192 FPS average at 1080p on CSGO is not a shy number. That is pretty great performance. So if you do want to play competitively, you can. Thank you so much for watching our review on this incredible device. As always, links to the product will be down below for you to go and check out. So definitely go and do so if this does pique your interest. We also have a review of the Acer Predator 300 coming soon, so definitely subscribe to our channel so you don't miss that one. If you enjoyed the video, I would love if you could leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you hit over there, that will take you to one of our videos that I know you will enjoy. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.